at Eissenhower Park within the San Antonio city limits. As you can see from all the cars around us, there's a race going on here today.
Yeah, a lot of tired, sweaty looking people, not just us. We're just starting. We'll be tired and sweaty later.
We're here at Eissenhower Park on the north side of San Antonio, and I'm actually standing in a spot that is notable in that it is the intersection of two major trail systems, one being the Leon Creek Greenway and the other being the Salado Creek Greenway. They make up the Howard Peak Greenway trail system that goes around San Antonio.
Eissenhower Park is 420 acres in northern San Antonio. There are over 6 miles of mixed trails, paved, crushed stone, or gravel. The maximum elevation gain is approximately 380 feet. The park is named in honor of the 34th President of the United States, Dwight David Eisenhower, who was born in Denison, Texas.
And we are going to make our way on this little paved trail here to pick up the Cedar Flats Trail that's gonna take us all the way to the lookout tower. So let's go.
I was just about to grouse that there weren't enough trail markers, but there are. Morning.
Morning.
That's like a 100-pound pack.
I know. That is the perseverance of nature. Rarely have I ever seen a bluebonnet blooming at the end of June, but we found one.
Amazing.
And it gives you a beautiful view to the grasslands that are native to this part of Texas.
Did you happen to check or notice what the elevation is for this area?
It says here it's a little steep.
It is. Not too bad though.
This will be hard in a wheelchair.
It's better to be the oldest person in the gym and the youngest person in the nursing home. He says wheezing. But it's true. Morning. To the right, Hillview Natural Trail. And also to the left, Porta Potty.
We're having some elevation changes here on the trail because we are headed to the outlook. So of course we're gaining in elevation, but a couple of things that I wanted to point out because just how pretty the trail is. There are lots of wildflowers blooming along the way, lots of shade. One of the things that I really like about this trail is the amenities. So you have interpretive signage. There are lots of benches so you can take breaks in the shade. There are restrooms that we just passed. If you've ever visited our wonderful city of San Antonio, Texas, you've flown over this park. It's in the flight path, so we are capturing some of the flight activity that's going over us.
Hey Erica, you have any idea where the lookout is?
It's right there.
Oh, it is. Well spotted.
This is one of the best spots I've seen for panoramic views of San Antonio, the whole metro. You can see downtown to the Dominion and beyond. We're in the Edwards Aquifer Recharge Zone. Then it flows down and it enters a region called the Artesian Zone. And that is where the flatter part is so that they can actually extract that water for our drinking.
I see that we ran out of pavement already.
Yes.
Oh, here, look at this. We have signage. So we've just come across a very thick grove of Yucca, and we're just commenting how sharp and unforgiving elements of the Texas Hill Country can be. Imagine being a pioneer or a Native American Indian trying to figure out where your fresh supply of water was going to come from.
We've gone a short distance on the Hillview Natural Trail, and we're actually going to do a little diversion here. I downloaded the map, so we're going to hop off and pick up this Red Oak Trail. It'll take us around, and then we'll get back on the Hillview.
So I looked at some videos of this area prior to coming out, and one of the comments that seemed to come up more often was that you do get a sense of remoteness, even though you are in the middle of the city of San Antonio here in Eissenhower Park. A dry creek bed.
Amazingly athletic trail runners.
Well, that also scares the animals, right?
There's a lot of human activity that'll keep the critters at bay.
True. Anyway, crossing over that creek bed, we were talking about the power of water. It erodes the soil, and then the roots moves aside trees and eventually cuts through the rock. And to think that that process, the magnitude of that process in a place like the Grand Canyon is extraordinary. We've actually cut through the rock, given enough time, over a mile down. And of course, we have our own version of that here in Texas.
Yes, Palo Duro Canyon, which I cannot wait to visit.
Same here. Excuse me, the Troy Swetnam Footbridge, in memory of a lifetime scout.
Lived to be 21.
Well, that's not long enough. Well, here's to you, Troy. What's his name?
Pepper.
Does he hike with you often?
Mostly, yeah. She can't really crawl over the rocks, so.
Aw,
That is just awesome.
yeah. Aw, she's so cute. Hi, Pepper. She's sweet. Oh, that's a much better way to be best.
Enjoy your hike. You too. Bye-bye. Are you reconsidering bringing Richard?
No.
Same with Blue.
Just for our viewers, Richard is a cat.
And Blue is a surly dog. You know, still what amazes me about that, the number of trail runners,
I know.
folks who are running cross country on some of the most uneven terrain I've ever walked on. And they were running, very impressive, but they're not 60. They were all 20 something.
We're making our way along the Red Oak Trail and just wanted to point out some of the beautiful natural features that you'll find on this trail. You're walking through shade and wooded areas, and we just came to this little mini overlook here, but it's very pretty.
A tree that looks like it might have been felled by lightning. It's hollow on the inside. Certainly rotten on the outside. I'm still catching my breath, so I'm gonna let you chit-chat.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
folks.
We are having some different elevation changes, so breathing a little bit heavier at times, but we just wanted to say we're back on the Hillview Natural Trail and definitely recommend jumping on the Red Oak Trail detour. It is a very scenic little trail and worth the trip.
Good morning.
Oh, thank you.
Morning. Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning. Watch out. Good morning.
Do the little Red Oak detour around. It's pretty.
Have a good one, ladies.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A little cardio.
Yeah. Little resistance, a little weight training. Hi.
Good morning.
It's pretty with the wildflowers and everything growing out of the rocks. Our goal for summer hikes is to start early so that we get those cooler morning temperatures. Of course, we're hydrating, and we're also staying within the window of a 5-mile hike.
Know your limits. They're different for everyone.
Mark spotted this bright red, what looks like fruit. It looks like cherries. And so I ID'd it with my All Trails app, which is so handy. And it's called Lindheimer's Globeberry. And it's not known to be toxic, but it's also not an edible fruit.
We all have those days. Any thoughts about post-hike libation?
There are several options since we are within the San Antonio city limits. There's a Freetail Brewing. We can see if that looks good.
Sounds interesting.
We've had a wonderful day hiking at Eissenhower Park and just finished up our hike at the Pollinator Garden, which is the most active pollinator garden we've ever seen. I'm standing here in the shade of this beautiful public art piece by Leticia Huerta, which is a replication of the wildflowers found here in the Howard Peak Greenway Trail system.
We've had a nice time out here. It's our first visit to Eissenhower Park here in San
I
Antonio.
would definitely recommend it too. It is truly a park for all ages.
We hope you've enjoyed it as well. If you have, take a moment, if you don't mind, subscribe, like, comment, and share. We'd appreciate that.
And we shall see you on the next one.
Thank you.
So what do you have there?
So we're in a place called Freetail Brewery And I ordered a flight, had the waitress just bring, I guess, her choice. And so this one is back to Hella's. And what do we have to eat here?
We have some delicious brisket nachos, and they put the toppings on the side. And then I have a cider, blood orange cider that I'm gonna try. Does it,
Eisenhower Park was a success.
cheers. Does it taste better when you earn it?
Definitely tastes better when you earn it. Absolutely. So cheers.
Cheers.